This is why you shouldn't head straight home after a funeral. In the Philippines, there's a unique tradition called pug-pug, which translates to shake off in English. This isn't just about the word though, it's deeply rooted in the country's supernatural beliefs, especially around funerals. When you attend a funeral, heading straight home afterward might mean you're unintentionally inviting a ghostly visitor. The idea is that the spirit of the person who has passed away or other ghostly entities might follow you. To avoid this, people don't go directly home. Instead, they stop somewhere, like a cafe or fast food place, or essentially any place that breaks the direct route home. This detour, though it may seem random, serves a distinct purpose. By diverting from a direct path to one's residence, it is believed that the following spirit becomes disoriented and confused. By not taking a direct route home, and stopping at bustling places, the spirit can lose track due to unfamiliar path, overwhelming sensory stimuli, and the presence of many other souls and energies. This ensures that by the time one arrives home, they're free from any ghostly followers.
This next clip is one of those obscure videos that's been on the internet for years, but not too many people have seen it. Now, the story goes that a guy named Mike had been seeing something walking near the tree line of the woods that surround his home. One night, he decides to grab a flashlight and go to investigate.
Maybe creature or some sort. So I have no idea what it is, but just saying. I swear to God. Just try to find it. What the hell is that? What the hell?
So this is a pretty old video, and even though I researched, I can't even confirm the original source. But it's definitely creepy, and I don't know what that is. So, is it a real creature caught on camera, or just a fake? As always, you decide. The YouTube channel Project Amber follows the travel exploits of a British guy named CJ and his dog Lance. Basically, CJ travels to bizarre and remote locations all over Europe and camps there in his van for several nights. Project Amber is a very entertaining travel channel, but is not paranormal in the least. In fact, there's not one video on the channel that contains anything remotely supernatural. Except for this one video. CJ is camped out in a very remote area of the French countryside. He's trying to fix his camper fridge, when suddenly his dog Lance, who is just off screen, starts to act very strange.
Right. Now I'm sure with house fridges you're supposed to... Right, so I'm pretty sure with a house fridge, if you move it, you're supposed to leave it like 12 or 24 hours though. I'm going to give it the full 24 hours, I think, to... What are you looking at? You keep freaking me out, dog. There's no one over there. Have you seen someone I'm not?
CJ then reveals why the dog's behavior is giving him the creeps.
There's actually a well, just where I'm parked. You go down this little track, and there's a well with a big metal bar on it. And originally I was going to go and park there, and I saw the well. Instantly started thinking about the ring, which when I was about, I don't know, I think it was about 10 when it came out, scared the shit out of me. For like a month I didn't sleep properly. And now the dog keeps looking over in that direction at where it is. So I'm like, nah mate, I might move. But I can't.
That evening, as the sun begins to set, things get even more bizarre.
Okay, I'm seriously freaked out now. A minute ago I could hear like really loud moaning, like just booming across the mountains. So I've come down to where I could hear it. I got to this old well and it stopped. I mean, that thing's wild freaky. It's like something out of The Ring. But just as soon as I got here, just from over there's no track or anything, it's just wood. This girl appeared, dressed like kind of like a monk, no shoes, no hair. So I said bonjour and that, and she responded. asked if she was okay, but she didn't respond then. She just carried on walking. So I carried on a bit and then thought I better double check. Went to go and find her again. She's gone. So up that way, that's where my van is, and that goes to the road. But down where she went that way, there's nothing, and there's nothing for miles. Where did she go? I'm gonna leave.
CJ says that his dog Lance usually happily runs over to meet new people, but the spaniel wouldn't go anywhere near the bizarre bald girl. A little later, CJ spots the girl again. He records her in the distance, aimlessly walking through the countryside woods. CJ says that he saw the girl again later, but didn't have the chance to record.
I saw the girl another 2 times. The last time I was near the van and she was running through the forest.
And with that, CJ has had enough. He just gets out of there.
I booted it. I'm about 50 miles from there now, but I left. I was gone. I was gone so fast. I didn't even pack the van away. Yeah, it's a pretty big mess in here.
So, did CJ have a run-in with a ghost in the remote French countryside? Let me know what you think.
The following video shows a real estate agent showcasing a property on camera when something downright creepy is caught on tape. The footage comes from a YouTube channel owned by a real estate broker named Santiago Sanchez, who's been uploading videos of homes that are up for sale. By filming these properties and putting them on his channel, Santiago has been able to sell most homes. However, out of all the homes he's filmed, there's one in particular that he doubts will ever be sold. On June 15th of 2015, Santiago had posted a video unlike any other he's posted before. The video starts off with him standing in front of a house, seeming a bit scared, as he tells us that the owner had warned him not to go inside.
Me han dicho, no entres, pero si quieres ir a grabarla, puedes grabar el vídeo, pero ten mucho cuidado, no salte de la casa rápido. Casi me voy a atrever a entrar y este es el vídeo.
According to the owner, he and his family had promptly left the house late one night after experiencing strange activity for months. Ever since then, the house has been vacant. It wasn't until weeks later that they reached out to Santiago asking for his help in selling their home. Although a house like this is hard to sell, he still showcased the property on the off chance that someone might still buy it. But little does he know that something downright creepy would happen while being inside. Upon entering the property, he smells a strong, foul odor that seems to linger throughout the house. He then walks over to the kitchen and sees that a colony of ants has taken over the sink. Now, according to the owner, there have been sudden infestations of flies and other insects throughout the home, which Santiago finds odd, as the house is practically new and therefore shouldn't have this problem. Although strange, it isn't as odd as what happens later in the footage. Take a look.
No tenía por qué haber ningún tipo de insectos. Estamos en la cocina. Se puede ver cómo ellos vaciaron toda la cocina rápidamente para irse corriendo. Está todo abierto. No han vuelto por esta casa. Yo no sé qué decir, pero pueden ver todavía pertenencias. Es raro. Esto nunca se lo llevaron. No quiero alejarme mucho de la puerta, la verdad. Oh, esto está horrible, este lado. No sé cómo puede estar tan horrible en poco tiempo. Una de las cosas que noto es que hay un olor que está horrible, como podrido.
Santiago then proceeds to go inside a bedroom that has a hidden closet. The owner states that his family has felt a certain presence within this closet and has kept it shut for the longest time, until recently. Feeling a bit spooked, he heads on over to the other rooms, where he begins
2 years ago, a video was uploaded to YouTube called The Witching Hour. The video features a family living in a house in a small town just outside of Socorro, New Mexico. The town's population is 74. Needless to say, this house is in the middle of nowhere. There are no houses or even paved streets anywhere around it, which is what makes this story absolutely horrifying. The kids in the video are clearly not actors, and this footage was filmed to help tell the story of what exactly these kids were experiencing in this house. Most of the reporting of the strange occurrences in this home come from the children, which in my opinion is the creepiest part about this. So there were 4 children living in this house, and on separate occasions, they each individually claimed to have been visited by a quote, bad guy in the middle of the night. When asked what the bad guy looked like, they said something that gave their parents chills. Each child claimed that during the night, a coyote would come to the little girl's window and speak to them. If you ask me, this sounds like a classic case of a skinwalker. One interesting detail about this coyote was that each of the children recollected that he always carried a gun, and on occasion, he would enter the house. Okay, I'm personally obsessed with this story, and I happen to know that there's a lot more to this story than we were told in this original video. How do I know that? Because I was one of those people. Okay, so in early 2020, my brother asked me to come film at his house. My family has always had a really strange relationship with the paranormal, and my brother has often found himself the subject of these strange things.
This is why you should avoid talking to people you don't know. Deep within the tales of Central American folklore, El Sombreron is a man donning a black cloak, face obscured by the wide brim of his large hat, and large polished boots that create loud noises as he walks. However, El Sombreron is more than just a striking figure in dark attire. He enjoys riding horses, intricately braiding their tails and manes. In the absence of horses, he turns to dogs, weaving their fur into delicate braids. El Sombreron is known to be fond of music, often serenading young women with his silver guitar under the cover of darkness. While his music is hauntingly beautiful, it often precedes his more sinister intentions. One of the most spine-chilling aspects of this legend is the fixation El Sombreron has with braiding. He has an uncanny attraction to young women with long hair. Legend has it that when a young maiden catches the attention of El Sombreron, she might wake up to find her hair meticulously braided. This is no ordinary braid, but a supernatural mark, a curse. From this point, the young woman would start experiencing a series of inexplicable events. El Sombreron will put soil on her plate, rendering the victim unable to eat and sleep. As a result, her health and vitality would seem to drain away, plunging her into unending exhaustion.